Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. I can say that Unlock New Jersey is very proud this morning. We have a sampling of support that is behind me and to each side of me, representing diners, restaurants, jewelry stores, dance studios, you name it. They are a part of Unlock New Jersey, and it is growing across the state of New Jersey. Unlock New Jersey isn't irresponsible, it's not wrong, it's right, because it's about opening up New Jersey in a responsible, gradual way. We had asked that the governor open up New Jersey on Memorial Day to all businesses. That has not taken place. I see, as you have, that the governor is opening up in phases. We kind of see no plan before us. And we need to see that. We need to be able to understand what the governor is thinking. I, for one, want to make sure that everybody is safe. I can tell you that all the people around me and anybody that's a part of Unlock New Jersey, they want to open their businesses, but they don't want to get sick. They don't want their employees sick. They don't want their customers sick. So they're going to be responsible and do it the right way. We have been sending videos out there. We have been showing the governor and the people how responsible Unlock New Jersey is. That's why we're sending them virtual keys and we're sending them regular keys and locks. You know why? We want to help him unlock New Jersey by listening to all of us, because let's face it, all these businesses is what makes New Jersey. The heart of New Jersey is small businesses. If small businesses do not survive during this pandemic, then what do we have left?
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
All these people that are standing here, I can tell you, I'm a Morris County, born and grown girl. I'm a Jersey girl, Jersey strong. But let me tell you something. I've known all of these people for many, many years, and they are hard working. They have come from actually starting a business to striving and being a major part of our communities. And we all have an obligation to them, and that is to make sure that we fight to keep them open, and that's what they deserve. So I'm proud to be a part of this with Assemblyman Brian Bergen. I have to tell you, Freeholder Steve Shaw would be here, but he's under quarantine right now. So I don't think Steve will be upset for me to say he's under quarantine for 14 days. He's okay, his wife is okay, but they're both under quarantine. He could not be here, and he would be here. We have Rosemary Becky. Where's Rosemary? It's right here. Laura Ali, who has been with us from the beginning as a small business owner as well, and many, many more. We had Joe Falco. Joe couldn't be here today from Rose City Jewelers. We have support so broad, it's as broad as all the way down to the Port of New Jersey. We have all the unions on the port supporting Unlock New Jersey. I just got off the phone with them, and they're behind us 1,000%. They're upset with what's going on because the ports are backed up. There is no warehousing left because all retail is stocked in it. Because why? They can't take it to anybody. There isn't anything open. There's no retail open to take it to. And what does that say to the people of New Jersey? You better be scared. And you better tell Governor Murphy that he's got to listen to us. He's got to be a part of a plan of all of us and listen to the responsible people. And let me say this, and I had said this on any radio show, internet show, TV show, whatever I've been on so far. I have all the faith in the world of the people of New Jersey. I have faith in them, I believe in them, and they are going to do the right thing, because none of us wants this pandemic to ever start up again. So with that being said, we I have here with me, and I have to say, Momique Momique has been, come on, in the community here at the bottom of the hill. I live right on top of the hill, so for me it's very sad to see this strip mall just empty with no cars in it. You know, Carmen Depasquale I have known for 27 years, and never would I have thought I would see what's happening right now, and never has he. He was here earlier, he had to go down to Fairlawn and help take care. He has Fairlawn, he has a school, he has the spa here, and nobody can work. So I want to introduce the owner of Momique, and she's going to tell you her story.
Hi everybody, I'm Amanda Veinott, the owner of Momique. We are right down the strip center here. We're 2 years old, and unfortunately right before our second birthday we had to make the very hard decision to close permanently because of the forced and extended shutdown. I have a community of close to 6,000 moms here in Morris County that we serve through the business. We're a for-profit business, but we're also a for-purpose business. When I made the announcement in the middle of May that we were going to have to close permanently, I had hundreds of people reach out to me personally, but also through our social media community, saying how sorry they were to see that we had to close. It's actually very emotional. My husband and I, we put pretty much our life savings into this business. I did sell one of my businesses that I had before this to fund the startup costs of Momique. It's close to $150,000 that we invested of our own money into this business to make sure that our community had a motherhood center. And we're losing it, and so many people are upset that we're closing, and we've tried everything. We even started a GoFundMe. I had 2 women reach out to me that said, can we do this for you? And they did. And we raised a couple $1,000s, but a couple $1,000, just like the EIDL loan and the PPP, doesn't really help in the long run when you lose 3 months of revenue. And then with our type of business, because we serve families, they're afraid to come back because of the fear that's been instilled in them. So the only part of our business now that's even viable is our retail. We can't run events anymore. We were running baby showers and birthday parties for families. We can't run our marketing and advertising to local businesses because families don't want to go to these businesses like Gymboree and all of the other play centers in the area, many of which are closing. Kidville down the road in Denville is closing. So our story, unfortunately, is going to be the story that a lot of New Jerseyans face. And I am outspoken about it. I do have a ton of moms in my community that are small business owners themselves. And honestly, it's very unfortunate what's happening. I hope that the businesses behind me that are part of our strip center here in Powder Mill can make it. I hope a unicorn comes along before June 30th, which is our final closing date, to help us stay alive. But we have kind of made the emotional and mental decision that we are closing. And we don't get that time back that we invested. I have a 2.5-year-old daughter. I'm 8 weeks postpartum with my second baby. My father just passed. Literally, all of this happened within just a few months of each other. It's very tough. So these stories that you hear, they're real. They're real people. So I hope that we all can kind of make it through and find something that works for all of us in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Amanda. Thank you so much, and we'll pray for everything we hope to turn around for you. That's what we're trying to help. So next I have Justin Depasquale from Depasquale the Spa. I want you to know that Justin sent a great video to the governor. I know that he saw it. I know that his staff saw it. A letter detailing their plan to open, and we'll talk about that a little later because we'd like press to go in and take a walk through to see how it'll work. But here's Justin Depasquale.
Thank you, Betty Lou. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here and supporting this great cause, Unlock New Jersey. What do you do when your business is shut down and you have to furlough 170 employees? You know, you're just kind of watching your heart and soul, everything you sink every day into, just kind of like start to collapse. You know, there's only so many days you can sustain something like that. So although the beauty industry is excited that we finally have a date, there's so much more to do. I think what's really important is that business owners like us, we understand that the future is going to look different. And we are not ones to sit at home and sulk. We're not looking for handouts. We're just looking for us to be able to get back to work responsibly. So like many of you, over the last 3 months, we have continued to pour our heart and soul into changing the environment. What can we do to make it safer? How can we be more responsible than we already are? We are ready to work, and like Betty Lou said before, I have 4 children. I have no problem. I mean, I have not taken them to the big box stores. I have not taken them to the supermarkets, although I know they're essential and certain things are very necessary. But I can tell you, I will walk my 4 children into my environment and feel safe with my team and my systems and my guidelines. And I know that the safety of the entire community is at hand here. So we are taking this very seriously. I would love to invite all of you, if you had time, to walk in and see the safety measures that we put in place. I mean, we have not left anything out. There will be curbside check-in, so clients will pull up, they'll check in via text message. We'll let them know when their service provider is ready. We'll walk them in, we'll give them wellness checks. We will minimize touch points. I think what's also important to know is the businesses here didn't just sit, the monies only help us so much. They actually don't help us really too much at all. But what we've done is we've invested even more into our companies. Between the plexi barriers, I've invested in software that will minimize all touch points throughout the environment. You can pretty much do anything from buy retail, buy gift cards, not have to talk to anybody. It can be delivered to your home, it will be delivered to you curbside, all sorts of these things. So I think what's important is that we can get back to work. We're not asking to be unreasonable, we're asking to be responsible. We know our business better than anybody knows our business. And therefore, I think the governor, if he would like, should talk to us about our businesses. Let us tell him how they should be operated safely and responsibly, and let's all get back to work. Because if there's too many guidelines put on us, if there's too many restrictions that make no sense for our companies and our business, well then, forget about being shut down. Even when we open, it will be very difficult to overcome the challenges we face and the monies we need to pay and the teams we need to support and the bills that need to be paid. And we need to be very, very careful as we start to unlock New Jersey. He needs to listen, and I invite him. And we're not difficult people. We're responsible people. We're looking to really just communicate and help him, because the odds are he doesn't understand what we do each and every day, and we should be a part of that. So with saying that, like I said, when we're finished here, anybody that wants to come in and see what we've done, I want to thank you all for your support. I wish you all the best, and we need to stick together. And we need to make sure that when this is over, we continue to need to be heard, because we can't ever let this happen to this extent ever again. So this conversation needs to be had. These communities need to get stronger, and our voices need to be heard. So I just want to thank everybody for being here.
So you're hearing some of the stories of what's going on and the responsibility taking place. Our next speaker is Peter Sedereas. Peter owns the Townsquare Diner in Wharton, and he's speaking on behalf of New Jersey's iconic diners. So, and some of those diners have outside seating, and some do not. So let's hear from Peter on the issue. Thank you.
Thank you, Assemblywoman DeCroce, and everybody who showed up today in support of small businesses in the great state of New Jersey. This has, without a doubt, been the most troubling time of my life. We have been dealt a terrible hand, pandemic, which in today's day and age, many of us thought could not be possible. To many of us, COVID-19 has hit close to home. I, for one, lost my cousin George, who was only 45. And now we face even more economic uncertainty as riots and looters have taken hold of what should be a peaceful demonstration of unity and equality. My name is Peter Sedereas, and my family and I have owned the Townsquare Diner in Wharton since 1987, along with our partner, Depasquale, who's in the crowd as well today. It's your typical Jersey diner, classic, which is ingrained in our communities. We don't have customers, we have family. Our patrons are extended family. And one of my good friends, Brian Wittig, is here today in support of Jersey diners and all small businesses in New Jersey. For months we have heard we need to flatten the curve. Now we have heard that we need a fully functional vaccine before we reopen our economy with the new normal. This has become such a fluid situation. Yes, there are many unknowns, but we need to use not only science and forecasting, but logic. The goalposts cannot be moved without logic. The time has come to reopen the economy with the proper safety procedures and guidelines in place. We are now at the point where we have an unsustainable business model, which will be the demise of many small businesses. The CARES Act and Paycheck Protection Program were great short-term fixes to help us sustain. They were beneficial and served their purpose. But now we need to open our dining rooms in New Jersey. We are truly grateful that outdoor dining will be allowed on the 15th. But unfortunately, a one-size-fits-all mentality simply does not work in New Jersey. We are fortunate at the town square as we have an outdoor patio, but many diners and other restaurants don't, or simply will not have the capability to have outdoor dining. Also, when we do reopen, staffing is going to be a major issue. Many of our valued employees, our family, people who have been with us for 25, 30 years, are home collecting unemployment, which is great. But now they're making more on unemployment than they would be if they'd be working in their normal jobs. My family has continually owned and operated diners and restaurants in North Jersey since the 1940s, when my grandfather, who had come from Greece at a very young age, opened the Silver Spot Diner in Newark, down Neck, at the onset of World War II. We have been blessed over the years. The longer we are not able to serve at or near capacity, the greater the demise of our restaurant industry in New Jersey will be. Due to supply chain issues, our food costs have risen. Our utility rates, gas, electric, water, and sewer have not changed. Our insurance premium renewal rates have not been adjusted accordingly to decrease exposure that we have. Payroll and property taxes, they're still due. And those with mortgage and rent payments, well, they're due as well. And not at a discount. What is forgotten, I feel, is a trickle effect that this shutdown has imposed on the supply chain. Restaurants are doing much less in business. This means purchasing less from food suppliers, coffee companies, bread companies, soda and produce providers. And since their revenues have decreased, these suppliers have laid off staff as well. Truck drivers, secretaries, and fulfillment people. And they are purchasing less from their suppliers. The local farmers out in Warren County, the major conglomerates like Tyson, Smithfield, Mondelez, of course, they have laid off for many of their loyal employees as well. In an effort to bring a viable and sustainable business model to restaurants in light of the COVID-19 pandemic, my colleagues and I, which is not only diners, also includes the likes of Jimmy Hill from now-defunct Pub and other restaurants in Morris County, we have created This Is What New Jersey Diners Have Done to Reopen, based on the research and guidance we have received on food and health safety regarding COVID-19. Some of us have even posted videos on social media of what we have done, showing that we created a safe and viable environment for our patrons and employees. What we have done is fair and viable and has been carefully crafted using the guidance from the CDC, National Restaurant Association, ServSafe, and our federal, state, and local authorities. It has been crafted with the intent to maintain awareness of the health issues that the pandemic has created and keep our patrons and staff healthy while maintaining fiscal viability. Diner owners are diligent, we're resilient, and we've always shown that we can adapt. We have been proactive, and we will continue to be moving forward. So Governor Murphy, I know you're busy right now, but I'm inviting you to Morris County to the Town Square Diner to have a cup of coffee to go. If it's on the 15th, we can sit on a patio and have it there. But you can see firsthand what we have done to ensure proper safety procedures and social distancing is in place to protect our patrons and our staff. Now we'll be opening in a safe, sensible, and viable manner. The country only goes if Jersey goes. So it's time to unlock New Jersey. Thank you for your time. Be safe.
Thank you, Peter. So you see how Unlock New Jersey is. We are working together to do it the right way. We're being responsible, and we are being protective of not only themselves, but their customers and the public. So next, I have Sharon DeVenter Goldfarb, owner of Sharon's Studio of Dance and Music in Whippany, on the ability of operations like hers to safely operate. I did call the governor's office yesterday. They told me that it would be in phase 2, but couldn't tell me anything other than that. So I just want to also say that I know Sharon, I've known her for a long time, and this is personal, but my little granddaughter has danced at her studio, so thank you. Here's Sharon.
Hi everyone, thank you all for being here, and thank you Betty Lou too. And as Betty said, I'm Sharon from Sharon's Studio of Dance and Music in Hanover Township. We teach children and adults, and we've been doing so since 1975. And you know, listening to everybody speak, I was thinking, the highest honor for me, the thing that fills my heart the most is we have third generation in our studio. And to me, that means they trust us. okay? I taught the mother, the child came, and now the grandchildren are with us. That says a lot to me. Our children need to get back into the classrooms, not only all the classrooms, not only for their physical well-being, but for their emotional and mental health. They need to be back into the class. I have set up all guidelines for safety. I've researched all the studios throughout the country who are now open and open successfully. And I invite you to please come to the studio. I'm right down the street. I want to show you visually how we're going to open up and keep our families safe. And one of the things, we got an email yesterday from a mom who has a son who is challenged because he has diabetes. His sister comes to dance, and she said to us, she said, "We trust you. We trust the way you run your business, the way you've run your business, and we will be the first one at your door because we know that you will keep us safe." And that says a lot. We have our 6x6-foot dance spaces. We'll show you how they can enter safely, how they walk out safely. Everything is in place, all the cleaning products, everything that needs to be done. And I saw a quote last night, and I really resonated with it. It said, "A civilization cannot be conquered from without unless it is torn apart from within." Okay, so what's our motto, like Betty Lou said? It's Jersey strong. What makes us strong? Yes, our wonderful people. It's our small business. What about throughout the country? What built this country? Our small businesses built this country. How are we going to stay strong? We're going to stay strong by opening up in a safe way. And honestly, Governor Murphy, isn't it up to the individual, our customers, our patrons, my students and families, isn't it their choice to decide if they want to walk into our establishments? That's their choice. We will set it up the way we know best through all of the guidelines that we have, okay? I have set up guidelines for the dance and the music schools, and I invite you to come and please take a look. Thank you all for being here.
So again, you see all the people that have spoken so far are business owners for years and years and years here in Morris County. I have with me, and somebody I'm very, very proud of, is Rosemary Becky, who is a tax attorney and a candidate for Congress. But she's smart, intelligent, and I'm proud to say she's a part of Unlock New Jersey. She's been helping us and guiding us on the legal angles of what we're looking at and what we're doing, because again, we want to be responsible. We want to do things right. We don't want to be an obstacle in the way of anybody, not even the governor. We just want the governor to work with us. So with that said, here's Rosemary Becky.
Thank you all. As Betty Lou said, I'm Rosemary Becky, and I'm running for Congress in the 11th District. You know, the message here is pretty simple. We need to open up New Jersey's businesses safely and quickly. Unlock New Jersey is that approach. It's thoughtful, it's measured, and it's based on data. And that's what our small businesses need. This is real life and real people and real stories. And when your business is failing or you can't get that PPP loan, the pit in your stomach, it hurts, right? And we have got to do something. And I think Justin said it and a few others. This is not only a short-term conversation about reopening, it's also a long-term conversation. It's a long-term conversation about putting in place the policies that will help our businesses grow and help our businesses grow back to where they were and beyond. And we need to help people, and we need to do it now. Again, we need to open our small businesses safely and quickly. At the end of the day, the ultimate judge is going to be their customers. That's who's going to decide whether or not they've done it safely. And if they feel safe, they will come back. And that's what we need the governor to pay attention to. And we need him to set a clear-cut matrix for reopening our businesses. So thank you all, and I'll turn it back over to Betty Lou.
Thank you. I I just want to also add that today we have the owners of the Village Restaurant with us. They asked me to speak on their behalf, but this I can tell you. Prior to it being called the Village, it was Bellagio's, which started, this restaurant that they own started when this mall opened up in the 80s. And I'm going to tell you right now, I would cry if they closed. Like I would cry if Justin closed, or Sharon closed, or any of them. You know, we're all taking this to heart, and personally, I am as an elected official because it's my job to represent them. But I'm going to speak loudly because I see clearly that we need to have faith in all of them to do what they need to do, because as I said earlier, they don't want anyone sick. They don't want them to be tagged that they're not healthy and clean in their environment. So Governor Murphy, please listen to us. Please loosen up even more than what you're saying. We need to bring back, the diners cannot just be outside, they need to open up inside. We need the salons to come together even quicker than June 22nd, but we need you most importantly to listen to the people. So I would like to invite you all to come in to Depasquale's. I know Peter would love for you to come up to his diner and take a look at it. Sharon has invited you. I know Bellagio's has invited for you to get down, right down there, to go into their restaurant and take a look. Take a look at what's going on, the responsibility that the small businesses have taken on their own to open up and serve their communities. I thank you all for being here. It means a lot to us because we need to get this out there, and we're just hoping that the governor will work with all of us. You know, we're a team. When I say we are a team, all small businesses are a team. And what best resource to the governor of New Jersey is all the small businesses he has that is surrounding him. So please listen to your small businesses. Let's get back to work. Let's make New Jersey strong, stronger than it's ever been. And I say God bless New Jersey and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
We can do this.